Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube platform of IMS Gate Academy. Myself Prateek Mishra, and today this session is conducted to give you an insight and more clarity about gate preparation. Usually, even after starting the preparation, students have so much of confusion regarding from where to read, how to read, and then how to plan the revision, when to give the test series, from where to practice. In order to answer all these questions, I have created this session for you. But before we start the session, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to IMS Gate Academy YouTube platform, because we are regularly coming up with these generic and strategic videos that will improve your gate preparation. Before starting the session, I have few announcements. First announcement is related to our Telegram group. If you want to enjoy the regular quizzes and if you want to have our YouTube details, and session PDFs, you can join our Telegram group. The link is given in the description box. We also regularly conduct seminars and webinars. For that, again, we provide you link in the Telegram group. Next, we at IMS Gate Academy, we offer you 4 different types of program: online program, offline program, hybrid program, and the self-learning program, where we provide you with more than 800 hours of live teaching with interaction. We also provide you with theory and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions, and especially in our exercise book, the questions are well placed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. Along with that, we provide you with exclusive gate question bank containing 34 years of gate questions, along with detailed solution, alternate solution, video solution with key points and chapter overview. With this, we provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring sessions in order to keep you oriented, motivated, and well planned in your entire preparation journey. Along with that, we provide you with dedicated doubt solving portal where you can regularly post your doubt and it will be rectified within 24 hours. With that, we provide you with India's largest test series containing 130 plus tests, starting from chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test, and the full length mock test. If you want to know more about our program, you can book a free counseling session, for which the link is given in the description box. So with these announcements, I would like to start with a simple question that, sir, how we should prepare for GATE exam? So usually when a student takes up any course for GATE preparation, this kind of clumsiness is there. This kind of confusion is there. When to read, then how to practice, then when to plan the revision, when to take the test, and if they are not planning their preparation well, all the hard work they were doing for 8 months does not comes up with efficient results. And that is one of the major setbacks that we have seen with most of the students. That is why I have created this session especially for you. My dear, GATE preparation is a step-by-step process. Fixed set of parameters are there that you need to follow, and eventually you will land up into a beautiful rank in GATE examination. So one by one, I will take up all the details. So first I start with this question, sir, how we should learn the concept? What are the different modes of learning any concept efficiently? So the most conventional method of learning any concept is through classroom learning, right? All the students do this. Either they take up any online program or any offline program and they start learning with the class. But this is not the only source of learning. After you attend the class, next thing is you need to discuss with your friends. And that is the second mode of learning, where you discuss the concepts along with your friends, and this discussion eventually develops your concept, eventually gives you more clarity regarding the concept reading. So first mode of reading is the classroom learning. The second is the discussion that 90% of the students don't do. They just attend the class, prepare the notes, and they go away. No, my dear. Before attending the next class or in between, whenever you get time, you discuss it with your friend. If you are not confident over any topic, this discussion will help you. Even after discussion, if you are not that much confident, I tell you the most effective method of learning, and that is teaching that concept to your friend. Prepare your concept, teach it to your friend, and teach it like a school-going boy or a school-going girl, or I should say a school-going student. When you teach a concept to your friend, just like you are a school going students, then it gives you more clarity regarding that concept. So there are three modes of concept learning: classroom learning, discussion learning, and third one is teaching learning mechanism. And these three mechanisms will eventually help you to develop that concept. The first step in gate preparation is learning the concept. Then only you can apply this concept for question solving. Again, I would like to repeat this. Gate will going to test your technical reasoning. Gate will going to test your analytical reasoning. And this type of reasoning will only be developed if you read the concept properly, if you understand the concept properly. Formulas will do half of the job, but how to apply the formula is the main task in solving a gate question. There can be one concept which is applicable in multiple number of questions. And for that one concept, you have different standard cases which will come out with different formulas, right? So especially in my classroom teaching, I focus on this area that basic concept should be known to all the students. So even on the day of gate examination, if they lack in recalling the formula, they know from where this formula was derived. So it takes like hardly 1 or 2 minutes, but it is better than leaving the question. So focus on developing your basics through these modes of reading. So this is step number one, is concept reading. That can be done through classroom learning, that can be done through discussion with your friends, and that can also be done by teaching that concept to your friend. Mark my words, teaching a particular concept will give you more clarity than any other mode of learning. After this, next step is practicing the questions. This is the most important step in your preparation, because eventually in the gate examinations, questions will be asked. Concept in the form of questions will be asked. So more questions you will practice, the chances of getting a good rank will going to improve. Now sir, from where to practice these questions? First thing is, you need to have a proper gate question bank in which all the gate questions are present. All last 34 years of gate questions are present, so that you can practice all the diverse questions that are asked. This should be your primary source. After learning any concept, go to gate previous year questions and apply those concepts and check how much concept learning you did and how much concept application you are comfortable in. This should be your first source of question practice. The second source of question practice is taking up any standard question bank. Now, here confusion is there with the students, because nowadays so many books are available in the market. So what they do is, they take any random question bank and they start practicing. I'll tell you one fact. Gate preparation can help you to crack SSC JEE examination, engineering service examination, because the level of question in gate examination is more than these exams. But solving SSC JEE examination questions or state PSC examination question will not help you much in gate. Somewhat help is there, but if I say, a serious impact will not be created if you go with the question which are lesser level than gate examination. So you need to have that question bank in which, similar to gate previous year questions, you have a lot of practice questions. So that should be your standard gate question bank. Apart from gate question bank, that should be your standard question bank. And we at IMS Gate Academy, we provide you with this exercise book, in which especially our level 2 and level 3 questions are like that only. They have similar concept with gate examination, and you will see more diverse question in our exercise book. Then third source of practice is standard textbook. Now, this you should keep a check that from the standard textbook, you need not to solve all the questions. What you can do is, learn a concept in the class or any other mode of learning. After that, practice it using the gate question bank and the standard question bank. And after finishing up any chapter, you prepare 5 conventional questions from that chapter. Because in one conventional question, there can be multiple gate questions hidden, right? So make it a habit of preparing at least 4 to 5 conventional questions after every chapter. Because solving a conventional question will help you in solving the numerical answer type question that are asked in GATE examination. So these should be your precise source of practice. My dear, already you have a very limited time. So don't do redundant work, right? That is not effective in GATE preparation. After appearing in GATE, if you are targeting any other examination, then you can go with the question practice of those question banks. But if you are strictly targeting GATE examination, I am telling you, already you are short of time. So try, whenever you are reading, try to solve those questions which are of good quality, which have level similar to the GATE examination. One more thing what you can do is, the questions which are asked in civil services, right? UPSC Civil Service Administrative Examination for civil engineering as an optional. Those questions also you can take, because those questions are somewhat having more level than the questions which are asked in GATE. And we have seen over the years that the questions asked in civil services, down the line, somewhere they are asked in GATE examination also. So that can be another source of question practice, the previous year questions of civil service examination for civil engineering, right? So this is your step number 2 in GATE preparation, that is question practice from the very trusted source, no redundant work. Step number 3 is revision. Now this is like most of the students were unable to plan, sir, how to do the revision. Now I tell you very simple thing. First of all, you start with one subject, right? Everybody starts with engineering mathematics because concepts of engineering mathematics are used in all the subjects. Without engineering mathematics, you cannot deal with like other subjects, because somehow you need to deal with integration, differentiation, and then you need to deal with vectors and other things. In some subjects, you need to also deal with the concepts of probability, statistics. So all those are required. So every GATE aspirant should start with maths. After completing maths, you can take up any one technical subject, right? And you finish that. Now, after finishing this technical subject, the next third technical subject that you will start, with that third technical subject, you will going to revise engineering maths. And this sequence will continue. Means, starting of every third subject, you need to revise the first subject. Similarly, after finishing the third subject, when you will going to start with the fourth subject, then you need to revise the first technical subject that you have to read. And this revision is continuous. It is not like, sir, this month I will complete the course and after that I will revise. No. You have to be in continuous revision mechanism, because I tell you, if you leave any technical subject for 20 days, right, that technical subject is gone. The concepts are gone. What I mean by like these concepts are gone is, you will not be that much confident on the concepts that you were like, which you were before while you were reading this concept. So sir, how to do this? How to be in touch with this subject every time? So first of all, while you are attending the classes, after preparing the class notes, prepare the short notes. Short notes are like formulas and facts only. If you have like 300, 200 pages of class notes, from that you need to prepare a short notes which are like 6 to 8 pages, not more than that. You take a A4 size sheet, make 2 columns in it, and write down all the formulas and facts accordingly. The entire class notes of 8 to like 200 to 300 pages should be compiled within 8 to 9 pages of your short notes. That is the upper limit. Usually I ask my student to compile it even in lesser number of pages, like 4 to 5 pages, so that it is very easy to handle it. It is convenient to revise and carry, right? Along with that, every day this should be in your routine, that before going to the bed, you need to revise the formula sheet of that particular subject you are reading. This is compulsory, mandatory. Before going to bed, 15 minutes to 20 minutes of time should be strictly dedicated of revising your short notes. That is the first mode of revision. That is continuous revision through short notes. This is the first thing. Second is, I've told you, revision with the third subject. That should be your approach of revising any subject so that you are in continuous revision mechanism. And I tell you why revision is required, so that all your concepts stays with you. You do not forget any concept. You can easily recall all the formulas. That is why revision is more important. If you read a concept and you forgot it in the day of examination, again, reading that concept is of no use. So you need to read the concept to remember it. And the best way to remember it, keep revising it over the period of time. Now, third and the most important point I like to mention here, that again students do a lot of mistake. They waste a lot of time. You need to revise your concepts using questions. You can go through class notes, but that time for revision should be limited. For example, you can just imagine it like this. When you are reading the subject for the first time, you took 20 days to finish that subject. In this 20 days, you have ensured that you have done all the previous year gate questions. You have done all the questions which are there in the question bank, right? Then, while you are revising the subject, this time you only need to deal with those questions which you were unable to solve for the first time. Only those questions. And for the remaining questions which you have solved already in the first time, you can take a helicopter view of it. Just check whether you are still able to solve it or not. So, like this, on the subsequent cycles of revision, the number of questions that are required to be revised will keep on decreasing. And your number of revision cycle keeps on increasing. This way of revising the subject will help you to revise it with more number of times. So you need to revise your subject using the short notes. Then you can revise after every third subject, and especially you need to revise a subject using questions, especially GATE previous year questions. So when you are doing it for the first time, this GATE previous year questions and the question bank, mark all those questions which you are unable to solve, so that these questions we can target in the subsequent revision cycle. So I was telling you this, if you are completing a subject in 20 days when you are reading it for the first time, you should keep in mind the first cycle of revision will be done in 15 days or even less than that. Then the second cycle of revision should be done in within 10 to 12 days. The third cycle, the fourth cycle of revision onwards, means third cycle onwards, right? The entire subject should be covered within less than 8 days. That is how you need to keep a check. And this will help you to do multiple revisions of a single subject. So this is how you need to do with the revision. Now last one is the test series. Sir, when to attempt the test? My dear, first of all, you should have a test series in which chapter tests are present. You read the concept, apply your concept to solve the questions, solve all the GATE previous year questions and the questions of the standard question bank, then you take the chapter test. Until and unless you are not taking up the chapter test, we will not consider it that you have finished that chapter. This chapter test will going to give you the feedback how much amount of learning you did in that particular chapter. So after giving the chapter test, you need to analyze it, what mistakes you did. Is there any concept which is still lagging, which requires more practice? So this is the first feedback that you get from for your preparation. When you give the chapter test, you start analyzing what is your efficiency of reading any concept. How much amount of concept application you have developed. So it starts from the chapter test. So like that, you give chapter test for all the chapters that are present in a subject. And after finishing all the chapter test, then you should take up the subject test. These two tests should be done continuously. From day one onwards, if you have started reading any chapter, then after finishing up the chapter, you should take the chapter test. After that, finishing all the chapters, you should take up the subject test, right? Then after finishing like 2-3 subjects, you should go for the multiple subject test. Like if you have finished two subjects, then you should have a multiple subject test for these two subjects. You go with that. This is the first point where your switch button is tested. Now, sir, you will say, what is this switch button? In the GATE examination, 65 questions will be asked from 10 to 15 different subjects. Every question is different from the another question. Like from one question to another, you need to switch from one subject to the another, one concept to the another. So this is the switch button. Sometimes even after knowing the concept, we are unable to recall it quickly. So this is your first mechanism of developing this switch button. It is very easy to switch from one subject to the another because only two subjects are present in the multiple subject test. So you start with this. You start with two subjects, then you can take up the multiple subject test for 3 subjects, then 4 subjects. Dedicated multiple subject test will be there in your test series. And once you are done with all the multiple subject test, once you have finished almost 80% of the syllabus, almost revise like 60% of the syllabus, you should go for the full length mock test. And this should be started from the month of October, not before that. Reason I am telling you, if you start taking up the full length mock test in the month of July, when even half of your subjects are not done, then there is no point of taking up this test because half of the questions you will not be able to solve. Reason is you haven't read that subject. Take it when you have finished almost 80% of the content and you have revised 60% of the syllabus. So the ideal time of taking this full length mock test is from the month of October, and from those month of October you should start taking these tests very seriously. This test will be the reflection of what you will going to do in the GATE exam. If you get comfortable with these tests, then the GATE examination will be like just another exam of full length mock test. We have seen so many students who were performing like extraordinary while they were in the classroom. They were solving all the questions, they were like applying all the concepts, but the only mistake they did is they haven't given the test, and which costed them huge in the GATE examination. Some of them got panicked, some of them don't have the habit of sitting in front of the system for 3 hours. Some of them start overthinking about the GATE examination. Some of them haven't planned their exam. You know, in this full length mock test, what you need to do is, first of all, just go through all the questions, or even go through one particular section. Like you have first section of aptitude, just quickly go through all the 10 questions of aptitude. Then you come to the technical section, go through all the 25 questions, 25 to 30 questions, I guess. 30 questions, no, 25 only. 25 questions of 1 mark and check how much you are getting, means how many questions you have easily to solve. Then once you are done with this, quickly go through the section of 2 marks which contains 30 questions and check how many questions you are able to solve. This going through will give you a plan how you are going to approach the examination. Don't just randomly start the test and start giving. I tell you, 65 questions are asked for 3 hours. Enough time is available in the GATE exam, right? The only problem with the student is they start panicking, they start overthinking, and if any one particular question is taking like more time, then they keep, first of all, they will unable to solve it. First thing. Second is, due to the extra time wasted there, they will not be able to attempt the easy questions which are there. That is why I keep asking my student, first get friendly with the exam. Just check all the questions, mark out all the questions which are easy to solve, and start your test with easy questions. I tell you, 3 varieties of questions will be there in your examination: easy to moderate, moderate to hard, and hard to very hard. Most of the questions that are asked in GATE examination are moderate to hard because that is the level of GATE exam. So you start with identifying easy to moderate level question and you start your examination with those. These questions will be like 15 to 20% of the examination, number of questions that are asked in the examination. So you start with this. Then eventually you will find Very easy to solve moderate to hard level questions. And once your moderate to hard level questions are like solved from your end, you will gain more confidence in attempting these hard to very hard questions that actually going to attempt means impact your rank. Make sure that you do not commit any silly mistake. Make sure that all your calculations are properly done, right? So this should be your sequence of attempting the chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, and the full length mock test. After this, my dear students, if I just summarize this preparation plan, step number 1 is concept reading. I have tell you the 3 mechanism of reading: classroom learning, discussion learning, and learning by teaching to a friend. The second is the question practice. You need to practice it using the GATE previous year questions, standard question bank, and you can use some of the standard books for preparing conventional question. Step number 3 is revision. So one continuous mode of revision will be through your short notes that every day you need to do. And after finishing up every third subject, starting of every third subject, you should plan your revision for every first subject. And then you need to give your test series. Your test series will start from the chapter test that you need to start whenever you finish with any one particular chapter. Then after eventually finishing up all the chapter tests for that particular subject, you need to go with the subject test. And after that, you can go with the multiple subject test. And lastly, you need to have proper analysis on the full length mock test. And these are your 4 steps of GATE preparation. So GATE preparation is learning the concept, practicing it, testing your concept, and through this test, you need to identify which are the key areas that again you need to read. So this cycle continues like this. I have drawn this diagram intentionally to give you an idea how every aspirant should go with the GATE examination. So these are the certain tips that will effectively help you in upcoming GATE preparation. So don't miss out any of the steps. So with this, again, if you want to join our Telegram group for more such videos, like if you want to have the link of more such videos, the link will be provided in the Telegram group. We regularly post quiz in our Telegram group, so you can join the Telegram group. The link is given in the description box. Next, we at IMS GATE Academy, we offer you with 4 different types of courses where we offer you with 800 hours of live teaching with interaction. We provide you with theory and exercise book, and this exercise book can be treated as the standard question practice bank, in which the level of question is similar to the GATE examination, especially our level 2 and level 3 question. Then we provide you with 34 years of GATE question containing detailed solution, alternate solution, video solution, along with key points in chapter overview. We provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring sessions so to keep you motivated, oriented, and having an efficient study plan. Then we provide you with India's largest test series containing 130 plus tests, which starts from the chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, full length mock test, and also the advanced level test. If you want to book the free counseling session, the link is provided in the description box, so you can click it and you can connect to our student advisory team. So if you have liked the video, don't forget to share with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I wish you all the best in GATE preparation. Thank you so much. Have a good life.